Dr. Ignatov. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. My name is Ashley and I'm an OTA. Are you familiar with occupational therapy?
Not really.
Okay, so what OT is a form of therapy where the therapist works with the client to set goals in order to promote function independently through daily tasks and leisure activities.
Okay.
And so I noticed that you are having difficulties with shortness of breath when you're doing your daily activities. One concern was meal preparation for you. You like to cook a lot, but you're having difficulty with energy conservation and getting tired. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so today we're going to do just a simple cooking activity.
Okay.
I'm going to show you some different energy conservation techniques and some different breathing techniques that you can use during meal preparation or any other household daily activities that you do. So at any time you feel overwhelmed or overworked, we have this chair here for you where you can sit down, take a break, and then we can work on some breathing techniques.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and go get the bread for me,
Okay.
please. And one thing that's important when you're working on energy conservation is to make sure everything is within the same area as you, so that way you don't have to move around too much and use too much energy to get the items that are needed.
Okay.
So today I kind of already had set up everything for you,
Okay.
but in future you can always use like a multi-purpose cart to have all your items gathered for you as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and spray the pan. You want to make sure you're not spraying way too much because you are having difficulty at breathing sometimes. It might kind of, inflame and make it more difficult for you.
Okay.
So go ahead and put butter on the bread. And again, your chair is right here, just in case if you do need it. How are you feeling so far?
Feeling a little overwhelmed. I mean, especially with trying to get the butter on the bread and everything.
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to be this short of breath just putting butter on some bread, but now that I'm doing it, I don't know, I just feel a little overwhelmed right now.
Okay. All right, yeah, that's fine. I completely understand. We can go ahead and take a little break.
Okay.
Wait while the pan's heating up for you and kind of go over some of those breathing techniques that I previously spoke about.
Okay.
So the first thing I want you to do is have your feet flat on the floor.
Okay.
And make sure you have an upright position. That way your diaphragm can really open up. So I'm going to have you do a specific type of breathing called pursed lip breathing.
Okay.
And so what we do with that is we breathe through our nose on the count of 2 seconds, and then we breathe out our mouth, making almost like a whistling, like you're blowing out a birthday candle.
Hold it for 2 seconds when I inhale.
Yeah, you're going to hold it for 2 seconds through your nose, and then breathe out for 4 seconds.
Okay.
And I want you to go ahead and do that a couple times. So breathe in, 1, 2, breathe out, 1. All right, go ahead and do that again, and breathe out. How's that feel?
It actually feels really good.
All right, are you ready to go ahead and finish the next step?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
And the reason why we have you do simple cooking exercises is because they take less time, less steps. Another thing you could do is buy prepared meals already. What's this one? You can buy already pre-made meals. That way, that kind of takes away the preparation time. You can just throw it in the microwave, and that is a lot easier as well.
Okay.
So what's your favorite meal to cook?
Honestly, anything that's fast.
Yeah.
Fast and simple. I don't like to spend a whole lot of energy making big meals, and really the main thing is because I have the shortness of breath, and anytime I've tried to make a big meal in the past, it's always ended up with me feeling frustrated and overwhelmed.
Yes.
And honestly, I'd like to learn how to make a big meal. It gets kind of old making this kind of stuff all the time, so I'm hoping that you guys can help me get over this hump in my life, because I want to get back to fixing meals for my family and just for myself as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I can definitely understand the frustration with that. Especially cooking is something that you previously enjoyed, and it can be difficult at times. That's why I want to show you the different techniques that you can use for breathing when you're feeling really overwhelmed and out of breath. The different energy conservation techniques. Like I said, having everything within reach really helps. Using lightweight materials, for example, paper plates over regular plates that are heavy, that's going to really help with your energy conservation, as well as you not having to do dishes afterwards, because that actually takes a lot of energy to do dishes. People don't realize it, but it can. So how are you feeling right now?
I feel myself trying to get overwhelmed, but I'm trying to remember the technique that you showed me, so I'm trying to do that, just in between when I'm doing tasks.
And really, when you're doing the pursed lip breathing, really, if you have to even close your eyes and just really focus on your breathing, that's going to help as well.
Okay.
All right. Looks really good.
Smells good.
All right, and then so we're going to have you use a paper plate. Go ahead and bring that over for you, and go ahead and put that on there. All right. Okay. Now I want you to go ahead and place that onto a cold burner.
Okay.
Let that sit. All right. So, how do you feel overall?
I really do think that you teach me that technique has really helped, and I'm excited to use these techniques when it comes to making a larger meal, and a meal especially with more steps. I feel a little bit more confident now that you've showed me that, and I really appreciate it.
Do you need to take a seat or anything?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a seat.
All right. So another thing you could work on too is when you are making your bigger meals that you have talked about, kind of expanding to, making sure you have all the ingredients out at once instead of going back and forth from the fridge or anything else that you need.
Okay.
And planning those steps out really help as well, to conserve that energy. So yeah, you did a great job. How do you feel about the breathing techniques that I showed you today?
I really like it. I wish I had come to OT sooner to learn these types of things. So
yeah, of course, that's what we're here for, to kind of just help you be able to independently still do the things that you love to do and just do your daily activities, because it's really important to have that self-worth. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I took the liberty and printed out an energy conservation handout for you, and this just kind of talks a little bit more about what energy conservation is and how to conserve your energy, and finding that good balance between work and leisure in order to decrease the amount of energy that our bodies demand when doing even these simple activities. So this kind of just gives you how you can prioritize, plan your activities, pace them.
Okay.
Different positions, like we had kind of talked about, making sure you open up that diaphragm to really help with your breathing. It even gives you tips just on your dressing, hygiene, your shopping, different other housework, and cooking, what we did today. So yeah, cook in steps. plan ahead, like we talked about, making larger meals and freezing them as well as help. Crock pot ideas, that type of stuff. And then it just kind of gives you the key points, to never rush, make sure your position is correct. And most importantly is listening to your own body. If you are feeling overworked and you're really having difficulty with your breathing, then you need to take a rest before it gets too bad. And to always make sure that if you are feeling dizzy or any lightheaded, to immediately stop what you're doing and just lay down and really kind of focus on that breathing. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to you, so you always have that on hand. And it was really nice meeting you, and it was really nice working with you, and I hope that this can continue helping you become more independent and so forth. So
thank you.
I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.